Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Seth, welcome back to Power Attack, and today I'm going to be playing some Bastion. I've never played this game, but I hear it's amazing, so let's jump right into it.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
Okay, so something called the calamity happened. I can destroy these walls and stuff. I wonder if I can fall in.
No, man. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
So is everything? Like, it kind of feels like everything is destructible. I'm wondering.
Kid just rages for a while. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines.
So I can't. What's this?
Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
A memento, a fashion accessory covered in soot, holds great value of the sentimental variety, also holds hair firmly in check. Best hang on to it just in case. A crystal beret. Yeah, pretty sure that's going to be very useful later on. Okay, so can I go in here yet?
It's a wonder the old saloon still stands.
Okay, cool. I love the narrator so far.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here. Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
So my shield just falls out of the sky. Fair.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas.
Okay, so blocking will stun stuff out.
Last call.
So I can directionally block by using the right stick. And if I manage to block a hit, it stuns them.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Jeez, there's a lot of these things.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window.
Okay. So I'm not entirely sure what's even going on.
He gets a good look
point.
at things on his way down.
So did I
He
literally
lands on
jump
top
out the
of a
window?
breaker's bow. Broke.
Okay. Okay, so
Kid
this one I have
spies a
to
good
hold.
perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
So I like the other one more. It's over here.
The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
Something stringy, an upgrade material for the breaker's bow. A stretch of meesgut prized by boyers and pelt ball fans. One more reason for popularity of meese hunting. What the What's a meese hunting? Is
Good
that
news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Okay, so there is like a degree of auto aim which helps.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner.
So that's good for like quick AoE clearing. I really love the art style here. The music's pretty good so far.
He finds the distillery right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
So this is where I level up. 10% max health, 10% crit chance, or absorb stray fragments. So I don't know what fragments are. Are they the things that are giving me like health? Not having much health issues, and crit chance crit chance is okay, but it's only active when I'm at full health. Let's take that, because I have a feeling that would actually be useful, although I'm not entirely sure what it is. I just, just a hunch.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Okay. I like my Fang Repeater. Okay, so I could take double ranged. I don't know why I'd do that, but I could. So let's see. A spiral of bolts that deals damage in every direction, or trappers would rely on this technique. Requires 1 black tonic per use. Requires 1 black tonic per use. Snare to bounce from target. That'd be really useful, but I don't have the air, and I don't want to use that. Let's keep this for now. Let's try the other one. It can't hurt to try it. That could be useful. Oops. Okay, so where do I go next? I go down here. I really like the way the world just like kind of pops up
Some of
around
them
you.
squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Okay. So, like, it makes me wonder what... what caused this? Like, what's going on in the world that this is the norm right now?
That one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though.
So something called the Calamity turned a bunch of people to ash.
An old
That's what I'm getting so far.
sends the kid on his way. The
Jeez.
Bastion's real close now.
I'm sorry, can I bat those back? Gotta remember I've got the shield.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy.
Something heavy, an upgrade material for the sailhammer, a chunk of precious alloy found deep underground, the staple diet of gas fells, also used in all manner of industry. Okay.
Smell of barley and spoiled
Definitely need to
blueberries
destroy
fills
these
the
before
air.
the bloater guys. Whoa!
Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
Gotta destroy the little one.
Rob's a scumbag of his last meal.
Oh gosh. Come on. Yeah!
Some out of his misery.
That was an interesting fight. Can I get this stuff over here? Yes, I can. I feel like that's the obvious path, so let's see what's down here. Nothing.
He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on.
Whoa.
The place is starting to fall.
It's,
See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat.
so I gotta get moving, because that feels like it's really...
Kid just keeps running. Somersaulting like crazy. Oh, that's catching up. Oh, that is not At
good.
last, the skyway is in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go.
So it sounds like the narrator will like
Now the
comment
kid
on
sees
what I'm
something
doing, which
stranger
is
still.
awesome.
His mind races. Did anybody else survive?
Wait.
Sure enough, he finds another.
Wait, so there's a survivor?
He finds me. We talk for a spell.
Ask about the seal representing the sea.
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Okay, so that'll ask about the large bluish mineral found in the Wharf District. It feels warm to the touch and hums like a motor.
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up.
So we're the
Ain't
only
always much
survivors
to
from
say.
whatever happened. We're the only survivors.
Just like that, the Bastion comes
Well,
alive.
the only survivors that came to the Bastion.
Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
Okay. So what's this?
Kid ponders what to build. The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
These do not counter block all oncoming attacks for a short time. Made famous? I think I want that.
A repeater goes with a hammer better than a box of nails. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learn their way here.
So it's just like a
The
training
Workman
place.
Ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here.
So I'm trying to get more cores.
Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong.
Oh, that sounds safe.
Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw.
So I can... Whoa.
They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. No sign
I've got a
of the
little
core
one.
here.
That's
At least
awesome.
the kid got something for his trouble.
Okay.
Them squirts just don't know when to quit.
So we'll head down this way now? Oh, I'm sorry,
He
up
heads for
this
the
way.
east side,
Elevation's a
where
bitch.
windbags used to keep the local forge. They ain't pleased. No coal or alloy left to pay him for their efforts.
Grab that. What are these?
Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Okay. 50 damage or 10 crit chance?
Kid's lifelong
Let's go
friend
for
is looking fit to keep
consistent
on
damage.
fighting.
I'd rather take consistent damage.
Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again.
So now let's try north.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock.
So the gas fellas have been around the whole time. Helps if I kill it.
No white gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing.
Gas fellas used to tend the mines, but now are storming the remains of Solandia in alarming numbers. But for what? Huh. That's interesting. So for whatever reason, they came out, and everyone else like turned to dust.
And there it
And
is.
this is a boss fight.
But it's
isn't it?
locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town.
Yeah. Get out of my house.
He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall.
So this place is strong.
Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole.
Pretty sure I checked everything, right? Yeah. Okay.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it.
The ill-fated gas fellow. Why are they floating?
The windbags used to be alright. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again.
The
Only
calamity
fair
is
he
what turned them
decides
all
what we build
fucking
next.
crazy.
Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
Health, one chance to carry on if defeated and damage surrounding foes. Note, activate only. So that's a higher crit chance, that's a higher speed while defending. Let's take the max health.
Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
So I like having a little lure. I like this machete. I think I'm gonna.
The repeater
keep
and
the
machete,
for-
favorite choices of the Ura hunters we once fought. Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
So let's go to these proving grounds and see what this is about.
The breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused. He's armed. And he's off. The perfect shot just happens in a flash.
So the fewer I can take to do this, the better. Is that the? It seems like it's the gist around here.
Kid ain't done bad at all.
So I got an item. It's another something string. Okay. Next prize is 10 shots or fewer. Let's see.
Kid ain't had enough of the breakers' barracks.
And what we can do is
Takes practice, and a mighty strong bow helps too. He puts on the right solid performance.
So I'm guessing the last one's like 5 or fewer. Let's see if we can get it. What's this? Something fancy. An upgrade material for a certain weapon. A clockwork organizer once used for weapon or for work and recreation. These springs and sprockets could be put to better use. Yep, okay, I was right. 5 shots or fewer. Let's see if we can do it. I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn. I think I need...
He's feeling really
Hey, I did
proud of
it!
that show.
Yeah! Nailed it. So What is this? I just got like a hail of arrows, it looks like. So that's kind of cool.